What's going on, guys? All right, just getting started here. Trying to figure out what we're going to do today. Oh, it's weird how to change cars without looking. All right, so we are still up on the leaderboard. Number 4. Got a couple of our team members up there. Got Ringgold out here in the NA car. So I'll turn the chat on. Hopefully won't get too crazy with the chat on. Had the super short stream yesterday. See how I do today. Let's see what I did with this car. I got this Lambo here with the 29s, and this is my number 1 car here. All right. So we on YouTube. Right, so guess we'll see how many people we've got out in the lobby right now that are going to jump in. On a Saturday night. Probably be pretty quiet tonight, I would guess, on a Saturday night. Just want to try out this other Lambo here I got. It's kind of a lagged out run there. Hopefully the lag will fix itself. That was a horrible pass. I don't know what happened there. Looks like we're getting some lag. I think it could be from, I've got a big TV connected in the other room. On the Wi-Fi, so I think I might need to turn that off. There we go. Got a nice pass on the 29s. This car shifts differently than my other car. So it's not going to be as consistent because it's got that quick shift in first. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit the shift quick in order to get good times. So it's a little different shifting than my other one. What's going on, Mr. Gray Ghost? Yeah, I mean, you're always welcome to jump into the YouTube chat and say a few words, or you can always drop codes in there. Like I was doing the other night, I was experimenting a little with my phone to see how the game ran with the YouTube running in the background, and even on top, like the overlay, the YouTube overlay on top of the game, and it didn't seem to affect it all that much. So it probably depends on your phone too, but I've got a couple of pretty strong phones, so I never trade in my phones, so I just got a new phone, and then I still have my phone from a couple of years ago, and then I have the one before that still. So, and they're all, and I've got a tablet, and they're all Android. So that's what I've been working with. Oh, you can't bring up the chat. Trying to think of. I'm just going to look at it real quick. Okay, it's my lucky day on YouTube, according to them. Okay, it shows me live. I'm just going to look at it so I see the chat in the portrait mode and just going to do that. I guess I could probably just keep that open. See how it works. Yeah, I don't know what kind of phone you got over there. I was actually looking at, I was happened to check out an iPad at the store today, even though they didn't have any. They just had the display. It was like an iPad 16 or something. I don't know anything about iPhones. I've never owned one. But I probably wouldn't buy it. Probably wouldn't buy it. Because I know people that have them, and I don't really, it's just another phone to me. All right. I see you figured out to run to use the blower so that the Lambos don't come after you. I've got a lot of stuff on the Wi-Fi right now. Plus, I got the stream running, so I'm kind of testing to see how much it can take. Kind of a slow pass there. I'm going to take out a couple of cars that I have a good idea that I know what they'll run or what they could run. And I kind of want to test to see. I guess we'll take this out too. Got a Lambo with the I guess we'll do this. See if we can get the NA blower cars. I might need a longer playlist. Got that volume up pretty loud on the game. This car looks narrow from the rear view. Pretty average pass there. Not a spectacular RT. I got better shifts and a little bit better RT, and it took him a while to appear for some reason. All right. Go Camaro to Camaro here. See if I can get a good pass out of this thing. I hesitated a lot on the tree because he just disappeared. So, but I got a good time. Got a pretty good time, so might not be too bad. That's a Lambo up there. See if we can get an NA car here. We got the 57. Technically, we have an advantage on the 57, although my Camaro is not the most consistent. It's like the track goes a little off there because he had the bad red light and my time was a bit slow, so maybe there is a lot of people on the game, they're just not they're not in the lobby. Yeah, I saw you accidentally red light. You should just run those races out. Especially because you don't know what the other guy did. You don't know what's going to happen. They could red light too, or they could disconnect, or who knows. I guess that's really the only two that you can win with. If they disconnect, or if they get a worse red light, or if you happen to run into a Lambo that puts up an HK, then that's a win. You got the 5-4 out of it that time. Yeah, and some people like to look at the replays too. And when you leave, you don't get to look at the replays. So I can't get you on the gap cam. If I gap you, I can't put you up on the gap cam and do a replay. I don't know. Sometimes it'll give you, if you leave, like, but I think it's only if you minimize the game, it'll give you a DQ or a timeout or whatever it does. I think I've seen that before when I accidentally like clicked out of the game and went back in. Something like that. I'm just gonna try this. Just gonna try this Lambo here. I wonder if I were to put turbo up with the Lambo, that would kind of make it so that probably less people would come in with NA cars that were way overmatched. Which would be, it'd be a disadvantage to me, then I wouldn't get as many wins, but it would be more fair for people that don't know. So I guess that's something you can do. Because new people aren't going to know. If you come on the game and you see a car with the tire size, between like 25 to 29 or something like that by 16, it's going to be a Lambo. So Or if they don't care, which is fine too. If they just want to race. Double 009 with the 42. And of course, everyone's not going to be running low fours in the Lambo either. So, you know, he ran the 548. So you get the tree. There's, you know, I'm sure there's Lambos out there that you could beat. But I think I might try to, because I probably have a couple of things that I can get off the Wi-Fi that could possibly make a difference. Because the stream, that's an upload. I'm uploading data, and the game, I guess, is like upload and download. There we go. Got the good 60. $398. So I would have had to have gotten somewhere in the low double O's to move up on the leaderboard on that. Yeah, the gap cam. I just had an idea for something. All right, so we just put I just put a goal up on the YouTube chat. Just kind of testing it out, see if it works. But it's not that big of a deal. Got a Lambo up here. Man, those colors. I let off at the last second on that one because I saw that he red lit. But I kind of like to see the big numbers too, so so it's like if you want to take a chance and get the HK and lose, or if you want to get the win and get the 20K. Is that the same guy? So if I were to put it in the other camera mode, I can kind of see where I'm at better. So if I know if I need to let off, or if I want to try to. Of course, I red light, so that's not going to work. He probably won't want to race again because he's only running 550. Oh, you've got a gremlin? Yeah, I've got a gremlin. I haven't used it in a while. I think that's about where mine's at. I'll probably just make some quick blasts in this Lambo, and then I'll probably change it up after that. It seemed like a long light. Sometimes I get those really delayed lights. I don't know if it's because they're not really staged all the way, even though it says it might be like the game kind of catching up. Are you putting up a gremlin code? I'll have to dig mine up here. I know it's going to probably be pretty far down here. in the garage. Hopefully he'll give me a couple of shots with this thing, because I haven't run this thing in a long time. And I don't remember how this thing launches. One of the two available launch types for the NA cars. Not bad for me. You want to re-race right away? Alright, you saved yourself from the gap cam. Yeah, that thing's got the super long bars. And it's got that double bump launch that you can get. I was early on first again. That's not bad. It's a pretty solid mid 5.5 car, I think. To the gap can. Looks like the game made it look like we're pretty dead even. It looks like the tree was the same. And you're right there, but then the game kind of compensated right there, or the replay, that is. Yep, that looks like a gap. I can see airspace in there. Here for those NA cars, you have to either get that one single bump launch on them, or you get that multiple bump launch, like from the old 57 days, where if you get the bar set up right at the right height, it'll bounce like that for you. I have no idea why it does it, but it just does it. If you have the first gear right, that's just what the cars do. And I think you can kind of get the cars to go either way too, I think, depending on how you have the bar set, and even like the tire size. You can actually change from one of those to the single bump. But I think it depends on the car. That's just the way the game is. That was an NA car. I didn't want to jump in on that with the Lambo. And we got the Jeep out here. I wonder if they buff this thing. Haven't seen one of those in a while. I was late. I was late on first gear in that one. That 60 probably would have been better if I wasn't late on that. And he had the yellow bars. That might have affected it, although I don't really sure if if the other guy affects what you do or not. Alright, I think we can kind of take out some other cars. See if we can race some other stuff. Yeah, sure, Caden. If you want to race, just drop a code and make a code Pro Tree. And if you want to race a certain car, just tell me what car you want, and I'll take that car out. Or if you don't care, then I'll just I'll just use whatever car I have out. Because if you say the car, that would make it more of an even matchup. But that's up to you. Or if you want me to put up a code, I'll put up a code, but I'd rather get the code so I don't put up like an amount that somebody doesn't want to race for. Because I usually just always race for 20K. Not always, but sometimes. Because I can afford it, so. Okay, 0775, any car, then. Oh, you have a bike? I'm gonna have to turn the volume down. Gonna change the camera because you can't really see the bike. I see him back there. All right, good race. That's a good pass for a bike. But it's hard to shift them things. I know they'll do better than that. I'm pretty sure he's got I think that's the fastest bike. But it may not be because I get him confused. Because the fairing is very similar. I missed a gear on that one. Yeah, for me, that bike is really hard to shift because it's like a really hard first gear timing. Oh, that was a 31 by 21. I should have taken that race. No, I mean the Audi is fast, so I got to turn my volume back up. Oh, we got him in the whole shot with the Lambo. I think that qualifies for the replay cam. Anytime you can beat a Lambo, that's a win-win. No, Caden, that the bike will run 5.4. It's really difficult to shift though. But this car I'm in is pretty much like an auto, like a 5.4, like automatic. Blew that shift. Looks like he's just gonna barely get me because I blew that second shift. I'll give him the rubber match. Even though I should have just left and cut my losses. If I can get a good 5.4 pass, I'll be happy with that. Because I knew it was a Lambo I was going against. I think he might have caught me. Nope, I got him the whole shot. Got him to 006. I just want to look how close this was. See, the replay made it look like he caught me. I mean, the original race made it look like he caught me. So we're 2-2 against his Lambo. Or no, did I get him? I got him 2 out of 3, right? Get the red light. That's a shame. Yeah, I'll take that code. Actually, I'm going to change cars real quick. Oh, you changed to a car on me. I was thinking you were coming with the bike again, so I changed my car to make it a little more even match. Technically, this is somewhat of an even matchup, depending on how fast people's cars are. Wow, that was a lot closer than the race made it look. Yeah, see, that's how close it actually was. Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite cars, the Nissan Z. I just keep missing the first shift, but it seems to be hitting a pretty good time. All right, good races. You got me. I just want to look. I would just want to look at the delay on this, because whenever I take one of these cars out, I haven't raced for a while. Sometimes the delay is too long on them. All right. I'm going to take out my Nissan Z, I think. Oh, that probably would have been a good race right there, but I missed it. But I think that was an older import, though. But you never know what the Nissan Z is going to do. It's not always consistent. I'll try to jump in a race instead of just putting up a race and getting a Lambo. So we got an R8 here. I know this guy races a Lambo a lot. I haven't seen this tire size though. I think that thing will go up to 15s, possibly. Now he's thinking about it. He was trying to burn me down on that. Yeah, I think that's kind of where my R8 is too. I haven't really been good. Mine needs to be tweaked. Oh, he's still on version 15. The heck is that? I don't know how that's even possible. I wanted to see. My R8 should be up here. Yeah, so you can go 16. 14. So I guess on screen it would say it was 14s if you had it maxed. I'm not sure which tire counts as the one that it shows. On all wheel, if it's the front or the back. Yeah, but mine, I need to tighten up the first gear, I think. Let's see. I just haven't had a chance to work with it. No, I had a first gear was no, that's pretty fast. I wasn't expecting that. And that was 126 temp. And I was late on first on that. Yeah, see. Sometimes it just, for some reason, the shifts just don't work. I don't know why it's like that. I'll get the quick shifts, and then I'll get these slow shifts. So the first gear is just erratic. You kind of have to watch it. But it's hard to react when you get that first gear that really launches. It's hard to make an adjustment on the fly on that first gear. You basically have to be ready to go or hesitate with that thing. Pac-Man's out here. I missed him. I wanted to go heads up with the Lambos. So I don't really know what to do with this R8 because sometimes I get the quick shift, sometimes I get the slow shift. Get the Mustang. Whoa. Got the shifts on that one. That's the first 5.4 I've ever gotten in that car. In the R8. Because you really have to watch that first gear. And if you don't catch it right. So if that's the case, I probably won't even touch that car, because I think it's a matter of you're going to catch first gear or you're not in that. And if you miss it, then you're going to be slow. But if you can kind of be patient on that first and see what it's going to do and hit it right, it seems like the way to go. That's kind of what you got to figure out with those cars. The shifts are really crucial with these cars. You have to be really precise. Yeah, so 2 hours. And 2 hours and it's over. If I could click off a big pass with the Lambo and get a tree, I could jump up there. Oh, I was thinking that was a Lambo. I saw the 18 and I thought it was 16. It seems like this view gives me good luck in the Lambo for some reason. Not too shabby, but see, he got the 64 in the GT. But see, look at that wheelie you got. Because that's what you got to do with the GT. And he's got the bars on there too. And look how long that thing wheelies. But those cars just don't 60 foot. Because I have mine with no bars. Just put this thing out here for 10. It's kind of got one of them slow. It's got one of them slow rebound takeoffs. I was able to get working after a lot of tuning. Of course, it would have been a lot easier if I just gave up and put bars on it. And I'm not really sure if the turbo or the nitrous is better. Oh, I want to see what this car looks like when I launch it. I only ran a 71 in that. I know I'm pretty sure I've run a 65 in this before. Maybe the turbo. This guy's taking his sweet time, trying to catch me off guard. Got a big wheel on that one. I'm only getting 71. He's getting 62. I think I'll take my money and leave on that. Because I'm pretty much overmatched by an old all-wheel drive import. But I like this car though. I just wish it was, I just wish it could 60 better. I think I'm going to jump back in this. It's a song I actually haven't heard, I think. Alright, yeah, so I put up that super chat goal just for fun. So I was thinking if somebody wins the super chat, I'll put their, we'll do a race and I'll put their car on the thumbnail as a reward for fame and fortune. Okay, we got the 57. Could be a good matchup. Although, technically I have the advantage, but except for the fact that the Nissan can be erratic, so you never know. But they're pretty closely matched all the way down the track. See, I got a real sluggish launch on that one. I was lucky to get away with that one because normally he'd be overmatched. So now if I get the right grip this time, I may have just fooled him into thinking that's what my car runs, but that was one of those stuck in the mud type launches. Man, this guy, I know I've been red lighting with this car a bit. Could be because of his yellow bars, I don't know. I'll go for the 2 out of 3 though, since I took the first one. I don't know if this car doesn't, I might turn up the delay a little bit on this car, just to try and avoid those reds that it gets. That's probably a double O red. 01 red. No, my car just wasn't running right at all there. Let me see what my delay is on this thing. Oh, it's only 15. Yeah, I'll do like 25. See how it does. I don't know why I had that at 15. What is this he's pulling out of? See, this I don't understand. Because he's in the dragster. And I can join this race. See, this doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to see if I could join it, but I guess you can. I don't understand that. Because I know sometimes you can't join with certain cars. It's kind of dumb. How do you like that? We beat the dragster. The 546. He was running an all motor dragster. See, that would have been a good race if I had like an Audi or something. Yeah, so I guess you can get a matchup this way. But if the guy is adders, then you're pretty much done. This Nissan just doesn't seem to be working right now. All right, couple of close races there between the Nissan Z and the all-motor dragster. I need to get a better time out of this Z though. There we go. That's the time we need in the Nissan Z. See, he got me on the 60, but I caught him. What's going on, CPM? Just took out an all-motor dragster with my Nissan Z. Kind of interesting. I didn't even know that you could race this way. See, you can't really tell how close it was, but I was kind of creeping up on him the whole race. It was probably like this. It was kind of the way I was creeping up on him. And I just got him. And it took a pretty strong number from the Nissan Z to do it. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling better than I had been. I've been trying to get my sleep schedule back in order. And that heat was really wearing me down. And being in that air conditioning all that time, I think was like like making my head crazy from that dry air. I think it was just a combination of things. You want to race Battle Creek games? Gray Ghost. So you can't. Get in the chat at all in the YouTube chat. Like you couldn't even bring it up, and then close the YouTube, and then open the game. Because I'm pretty sure it won't close the game if you switch between YouTube and the game. I think it'll only close the game. I can't remember if you play a video. I think it'll close the game or something. It must use the same. It must use the same resource or something. Let's see. That invite didn't work. I pressed accept, didn't I? Because usually it yeah, see that's why you don't have another device that you can pull up the channel on, Grey Ghost. I have like 5 or 6 phones and a couple of tablets, so I could probably spot you one. But that's just me. Okay, here we go. All right. We got the communication going here. The relay. Get the communication relay going. He was in an all-motor dragster, so. But see, that's the one thing that would really be nice to do would be able to get results from other people's races when I'm streaming. The only way I could do that was I'd have to like open up a Discord and everything. I mean, I have a Discord, but it's kind of hard to, because then you have the people having to be on the game and Discord and the YouTube channel on a phone, and that would probably be. Well, did I press refuse last time? Yeah, see, that invite is not working. I wonder if it's because of the car. Maybe the invite doesn't work if you're inviting with that dragster. It might not let you invite. It might not let me join that way through the invite system. I could always take this thing out if you're interested. But mine is all out. So oh, he had a different car? Yeah, so I don't know why that invite didn't work. Oh, he was in the Z? Yeah, because he sent me an invite. But see, the way the invites work now is that all it does is highlight the the race on here in the lobby. It just highlights in the lobby, and it's outlined. So I don't know if that means that you're the only one that can join it, or you're the only one that sees it or something. Because apparently it was broken before to where you couldn't really connect with people on invites. Alright, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get lucky against this Lambo. I just kind of want to test this car out. If I get one of them good 5.4s, you never know. If they don't have a super fast Lambo. Now he's making me stage when he's got the Lambo. I had a slow time in mind. I would have had to have gotten a really good number to beat him, but again, like I've said before, for some reason when you race a Lambo with a different car, it just never seems to work out. Like your car doesn't seem to work right. Alright, so we should have a fairly even matchup here. That was a long light. Get the 5.4. I'm going to give him a second. He got a 000 RT. Maybe he made a mistake. Yeah, it looks like he... Usually I give people time when I see them ask for another race. I'll give it a bit, and a lot of times they'll just leave because they hit the button by mistake. And it looks like it could have been the case here. So I'll have to. Yeah, he took a little bit for him to leave there. See if my car works. We got a good pass there. 472. It's that tree for some reason that tree. I try to get a little more out of that tree, and I end up red lighting. But when I just move it a little, then it seems like it hurts the tree a lot. So I don't know. I guess we can take out some other cars. Still got 2 hours on the leaderboard. Yeah, What did I get? I got a 47 in this car. I don't know if that was yesterday. Like a 40, it's like a 47 out of nowhere. Haven't raced this. This car is kind of a novelty. I could probably end up selling it eventually. I think this is my nitrous Nissan. Try that one. Yeah, this is the car we finally got a 5.4 with, just barely. This car is like a mid 5.5. This is like a maybe like a mid to high 5.5 car. We got a couple of these Porsches, and this car was kind of surprising. It ran a, I think it ran a 60, I don't know if it was 67 or something like that. Kind of surprising. This speedboat. You take this out just for fun. Okay, so we'll take out one more car. I haven't raced a 57 in a long time. We'll take the Maverick out. See how that does. Oh, that's a Pro Charger, so I can run that blower. Unless we get a, looks like we got an NA car here. He could be a little bit overmatched depending on if I get first gear. Oh, he just left. I mean, it's not like a automatic for this thing. See, I was late on that first gear. You got the 54. I mean, that car he had would have probably run somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know why he just left. It's not like an automatic loss. Okay, so let's put up blower. 20K. See if we can get some NA cars. It's nice that they have the Pro Charger with the blower. That way, either one you can race blower versus Pro Charger or whatever. What's going on, Mr. King Roblox? Just racing some NA cars right now. Wait a minute. I'm confused right now. How is it? How's an Audi a blower? You can put a blower in an Audi? Am I totally not knowing? Oh, that's Battle Creek Games. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, if you guys are in the chat, like I said, if you want to drop codes, just go ahead. I missed my stage. Man, I can't hit that first gear. I got a pretty good time there. He had a worse red than me. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little. That was an Audi, right? Oh, okay. It's. Well, I didn't realize the turbo stuck into the tires like that so bad. Okay, so it's the blower you can't use. But you can put the Pro Charger on the Audi wagon. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. So you can still get in against an NA blower car with an Audi. I know that Ringgold definitely doesn't race my Maverick for some reason. I think he's pretty particular. I don't know why. Yeah, but see, I have this on blower. So you can still get in with a Pro Charger. I don't know if that makes sense to have the Audi wagon have a Pro Charger. I guess so. All right. I mean, it's still not a terrible matchup, because you can still put up a 5-4 with an NA car. With maybe a handful of them. This thing I can put up a 5-4 if I could ever hit first gear. I was way early on it. Got the 53. Yeah, the Vega. I think the Vega can get into 5-5. Let's try this boat. Yeah, see, this one I can do blower too. Let's see if anybody's putting up anything in the lobby. I can get a blower car. Yeah, it's pretty quiet tonight. Got a double A in the NA car. All right, I guess we'll have to put up a race. Just trying to think of how it would be if what I heard is true, if they're gonna nerf the Lambo and make it a 5-5 car, which they really shouldn't do. They really should make it a high 5-4 car, because you nerf that too much, then it's gonna be Camaro and Audi again. Pretty much. And you do that and you pretty much kill off the whole supercar class as far as like tier 1 competing in the lobby, unless they manage to fix some of the other cars. But it's still lobby or doing code races with your friends. Of course, you can make them, even. But lobby, you're pretty much stuck. Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone wants to race me. I don't know why. That's a 5K, so maybe this will be unless he's just putting 5K to try to avoid Lambos. Because usually I put 10K to kind of say I'm not a Lambo. I don't want a Lambo. Yeah, see that? Like, that car should have done better than a 66. I don't know what happened there. I thought I had this car under. I thought I had this thing in the 5.5s. I guess he's got to think about it. This is one of the ones that's got the long bump shift in first. I didn't spend a heck of a lot of time on the tune on this. It just ended up like that with the bump launch. Looks like he just caught me. See, he only ran 65 that time. Last time he was 5.5, right? I thought mine was faster though. I might be able to bump up that first gear on that thing, I think. Maybe I can make it a little harder on the first gear. All right, let's try this. Oh, that was a Lambo. Oh, somebody got ring gold. If I would have brought in the wrong car against Ringgold, he probably would have left. Because I think he does that. Just checking out on Facebook, see if there's any news. Looks like the only real news is they're talking about diesels. So you can only hope that that's gonna be a separate class. Depending if they're just trucks that are diesels and they just put them in trucks, or depending how fast they are, I guess, how fast they end up being. Seems like it's getting kind of quiet. What car do I have? Just kind of going through cars. Actually hearing some songs I haven't heard. Right. So, I don't know if I'm going to need a snack tonight or not. Had a pretty good meal. We're almost going to hit 2 hours, so could possibly all right, we got the Camaro. See, that's like what I'm saying. You nerf the Lambo beneath the Camaro, and then you're going to have Camaros again. I was a little early in 6th. We got the big number though. We got a 50. That was a close one. The box does have the good top end though. So we can kind of, unless that Camaro is really coming at you, you can usually hold them off if you get a lead. He felt like he had to get a tree on that one. But he went 001 red. A couple of good races there. Where's the line? Wait. Oh, because he red lit. That's why he was. I was like, why? how is he over the line, but but I won. And then I realized he red lit, so that's why he was way so far out there. That's how he got so far out on me. But then I just crept pretty close. Yeah, he was only going 249 in the Camaro. There's a no name in the bike. Let's turn our volume down. Always fun racing a bike. Yeah, I think there are a couple of bikes that are competitive too. Looks like he was with me, but he fell behind. Because that thing can 60, but he didn't have the top end to stay with it. But there's definitely a tier 1 and a tier 2 bike out there. They're just pretty hard to shift. I'll take this one. The Box Novas. I'm going to turn up the volume. I'm getting good shifts on the Box Nova. Whoa. Yeah, good shifts on the box. That's pretty rare for the Box Nova. Could have been a little tree lag there because I only got a 71 tree. And I'm not sure that the car normally gets that kind of 60 foot. So it may have gotten out of the hole a lot better than it normally does. See, this car actually has like a double bounce to it. One there, and then one there. That's a good pass for the box. Oh, we weren't racing on the... I forgot there's no scoreboard. What's going on in Texas? How's things going down there? Hope you're doing okay with that flooding down there. Yeah, that flooding like that, that's nothing to mess around with. The only time I remember we had flooding, like way back when I was a kid, where it was because we were somewhat close to a river, and there was a lot of flooding, but it wasn't like dangerous flooding, like that, like crazy levels. It was, some streets were blocked and some streets were flooded, but it was pretty widespread, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as the flooding down there. And then I used to live near another river close by that always, you know, not always, but sometimes, floods a lot of the area, but it's not, it's not anything close to that. I mean, it wasn't like it was affecting houses and stuff. Although I think like basements were getting flooded, but it wasn't to the point of where it was so strong that it was actually knocking houses loose. But it's still kind of scary when you got he's driving and all of a sudden. Yeah, sorry I missed that code, Colton. If you give me a second here, I was just working on something in the background. All right, Cheerios. Good race. I got a good time out of that super bird. Getting some pretty good passes tonight. I didn't realize I had that stupid commercial playing that whole time. That was way early on that first shift. Got to 53. All right, GG's. All right, so I think this is my nitrous. I wanted to mess around with. Did I race this guy already? I don't really want to jump in here. Oh, that's a Lambo, isn't it? Yeah, that's all right. Yep, good race, Colton. Always good to see you. He's only racing for 5K, so it could mean we have a chance here. If my car works. Look at us with the drive-by on him. Oh, he didn't tree. That's why. I'll give him the rematch. I didn't get a very good pass on that one. Yeah, see, he got a more normal Lambo pass. Oh, no, not really. That was closer than it looked. I'm just going to fix those real quick. Yeah, if I can get a good pass here, I should be able to get him. I got a lot of wheelie that time. That screen shake. Yeah, see, that was like complete opposite. He got a really good pass, and I got a really bad pass. Because that thing that I keep saying about you can't get a good pass against a Lambo. Well, I could put this car up as nitrous. There aren't that many nitrous Lambos. I think I'm gonna take a look for a quick snack here. Alright, I took the BRB off, even though I'm waiting for my frozen fruit to melt in my yogurt. I didn't realize it was going to be as hard as a rock. So that's just going to be on standby, I guess. I don't remember it being like that, because I had to go with the I switched over to the frozen fruit because I can't eat it fast enough. Like the berries and stuff, because you buy from the grocery store, and then I've even heard someone else say this. I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was online or on Twitter or something. It's like after a couple of days after you have it, it starts to get moldy already. I can't understand. You know, the different kinds of berries and stuff. The thing just molds so fast. I don't know if there's a way you can stop it, or what the problem is. But I don't usually look at the dates, but I mean, you expect this stuff to be fresh. I mean, it looks like it is, but it's just the way it is, I guess. You could actually eat it frozen. It's pretty good. Right out of the bag. Alright, we got some races coming up here. That's a Lambo. So this, I don't know, this nitrous car just doesn't really seem to be it. It has a different kind of tune than my turbo car, than both of my turbo cars actually, because my turbo cars have two different tunes in them, and this one has another kind of tune. But the nitrous just doesn't. I think it seemed like it used to be better, but I'm probably just going to leave it because I already have two turbo cars. Alright, so we raced all these. So should we go down into the archives? I always kind of wanted to give this car a chance every so often, see how it does. Go into some of the tier 2 cars that we don't want to race, that we I said that was like a slip of the tongue, that I don't want to race, that I don't race very much. Yeah, Vibes, if you want to put up a code, you can go ahead and do that. There's some people in the chat. So just make sure you put, what it is. I usually race Pro Tree all out. right now I'm just grabbing some different cars that I don't race too often, just to kind of see where they're at. And if you're lucky, you don't get a Lambo, then you can do pretty well. This is my 57 I won a lot of money with. This was a fast car back in the day, before they kind of, seems like they got nerfed a little bit. I used to win a lot of races with this thing. Over 1,000, 20 million. I remember I was even going up against, I'm pretty sure I was going up against some of the faster imports when they were, before they kind of nerfed those, when they were running close to 5.4s. I think that was in like along the same, in the same era, I guess you'd call it. Let's see if we got anybody out in the lobby. So we can put this on blower. That'll keep the Lambos out. See if there's anybody out there. Yeah, see those these Audis with the Pro Charger. They can still get in these blower races. So that's one thing that I didn't realize. I don't know what my Audis are. I have a couple of them. I was really on that first shift because I wasn't, just not used to it. Yeah, normally an Audi would have a good advantage against this, though. I can't remember. What kind of adder I have. Sorry about those commercials. Might have to break down and pay money for music. Yeah, what does my Audi have? Yes, yeah, I have a turbo, that's why. I was kind of confused when I saw that Pro Charger Audi. For some reason, I thought they were turbo nitrous. Let's see what we got. I would have taken that 28 by 21. That was probably a Nissan, or could have been a couple things. Got about an hour left on the leaderboard. So some people are creeping up behind me with the 5407s. I might have to take my Lambo out. See if I could do a little damage. Let's see. Okay, right lane. See if there's any Lambos. Might have to get pretty lucky though. To beat 405. Be pretty tough to do. Unless I hit like a 38 or something with a good tree. Gonna change this view. Oops. I've been having better luck with this view for some reason. Those are pretty good shifts. See if I would have got like a 000 or anything under a 005, that would have improved. 662 60 foot. That's a pretty serious pass for the Lambo. Looks like there's people. There's people lurking in the lobby, but doesn't seem to be the Lambos out anymore. See if I can hit that first gear a little earlier. That was way early. A pretty good pass, but not gonna move me up. See if anybody will put up a race. It's getting pretty late now, so yeah, so I'm not getting a headache, so that's a plus. So I either got enough sleep, or because the air conditioning probably wasn't turning on as much today and drying out the air because it wasn't as hot. Or it could have been because I was made it a point to kind of avoid the screens today. The TV and the computer. Can't remember what kind of car he had. Those shifts were late. No, I mean, I'm not really planning on ending stream right now. I'm feeling pretty good right now, so I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully I don't pay for it in the long run. Plus, if I don't race like tons of races, then you don't get that that kind of screen movement that messes with your eyes. The scrolling. Maybe maybe not doing the side view could be better. Let's get some music back. Yeah, so Grey Ghost, if you wanna run some Lambo, let me know. I'm trying to move up on the leaderboard. I am losing my voice a little bit. I mean, I could go out in the general chat. Kind of mediocre pass there. Both of us. like that. I don't like the way that those races went. Oh, Pac-Man's out here. It's always fun racing Pac-Man with the clean, nice color. Yeah, if I'm not hitting the big numbers, I might have to turn some stuff off. I didn't get the tree there. Yeah, surprisingly, live streaming doesn't really hurt me all that much, it seems. He doesn't want to stage. Unless he's writing a message. So he got the tree, but he didn't get the time. My car doesn't really feel like it's really super fast right now. But I need to get that first gear a little earlier, I think. That light was messed up. I don't know what that light was. Something weird. I think he may have rebumped on that light and delayed that light or something. Because it didn't hit when I was expecting. See if anyone else is lurking. Oh, I've only got an hour left. So we got the interior. Yeah, I was all over that light on that one. It just feels like I'm off. Not really. Just gonna try something really quick. Right. Yeah, I just wanted to try turn off some Wi-Fi. See if I can get myself a little more bandwidth, because I'm losing so much on the YouTube upload is 6,000. That's like I think I have like a 20 upload. What is it? TTGPR? What does that mean? I thought a PR was a separate team. That was late on the 4th. One race, one and done. That's all you give me. $5.40 and one and done. I guess he's too good for me. I guess didn't connect. So I turned off my TV because I was trying to get rid of that Wi-Fi. I race this guy all the time. Not all the time, but I have raced him. I got a little too much tire temp on that one. I'd say my shifts aren't really on point tonight, though. That's one thing. It just doesn't seem like I'm getting the pass. It seems like the other guy's getting the better passes for some reason. Because those seem like pretty good shifts on that one. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not hitting the big numbers tonight. I did a couple times. Last time I was hitting them, there was virtually no one on the game, I think, was one reason. Yeah, see, those were pretty much what I would consider perfect shifts for me, just about. And I didn't get the big number. And he only ran 44, so those shifts were off. Now, see, both of us seem kind of slow. Seems like the track is slow right now. Nine 131. All right, let's see if me and Gray Ghost can put up some numbers here. His car is lower than mine. I missed second. I missed 6 too. I think the code races have a little different feel to them as far as shifting. I think fifth was a little late. Yeah, my car is just not. Just not hitting the big numbers right now. Try the side view. I just got a lag spike right there. Those were good shifts. There we go. That's a good one. Not crazy good, but better. It is nice looking at the scoreboard though when you drive by. This fourth. That was horrible. His times don't really look like where they should be either. 126, maybe that'll help. That red light threw me off. Yeah, that 549, that's crazy. The car's just not hitting the numbers. Yeah, thanks for the races, Grey Ghost. It just seems like cars are a little slow right now. $47 minutes. Let's see if anyone else is looking to try to move up. If you look at the ET, like compared to what their best total package is, you can kind of tell to see if they're racing, if they have low numbers. The Chicago guy, I've seen him put up some crazy numbers. He's only 541, so he must not have got a tree. Axel, that's the guy I was trying to race, wasn't it? Let's see how my car goes against him. Got the right lane. Got some lag right there. That seemed like a crazy long light. I had a good 60, but just didn't seem to do much after that. If I get that 60, I've got a chance. Those are good shifts. 543. See, he seemed like he was done before I even got in because he was already asking for a re-race. But he messed up on that last race. Now the track seems a little slow for me right now. I heard my tires spin. That 44, that's not going to cut it. $1,300 races. That's a lot of races. Yeah, I guess we'll park the Lambo for the night. Unless I see somebody out there that I want to race. Oh, of course, you got Alex7 out here. I know he's going to be fast, and I prefer to race someone that's going to be fast. Because I think it can affect you. Looks like he wanted to wait for me to do my burnout. So I'm going to wait for him to stage. I don't know why he's letting off. The car is running terrible against him. It makes no sense. Seems like all the fast players are fast, but I'm not fast today. My second gear was off. Oh, I forgot we were racing NT. No, I'm not. I don't know why when I do a burnout it's showing two sets of lines, like two in the middle. In this second, I'm getting garbage passes. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll do better on my track. Nope. Can't seem to get under 43 right now. No matter what I do. I know the car will run under 540. I was late on first and second. I shouldn't have been that bad though. That light came up quick. Nah, my car is dogging it right now. I don't know why. Thanks for those races, Mr. Ghost. If you want to race like my Nissan versus your Camaro, or if you want to run heads up Camaros, just let me know. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if I'm going to be chasing the better spot on the Lambo tonight. Let's see if anybody put up a number. I don't really see. I don't see these guys out here either. Alright, so what should we race? We didn't really race the 57 too much. But the lobby's pretty dead right now. It could be too dead right now, but other people are hitting. I mean, they're hitting at least 4-0, 5-4-0 in the Lambo. Five six, like what do you mean? Low 5.6 or like 5.6 what? Let's see. I mean, this car. I think this car is a 5.6 car. You know what car I'd like to race that I don't really get a chance to race much because it's not very competitive out there, but I like to race it, is really going down in the garage, is this thing here. So I got the ST on this car. Look, I used to race at Street Tree. I used to race this thing a long time ago. You're racing the 5.6 Camaro. Yeah, this car here that I've got, I think it will run a low 5.6 sometimes. So we'll see. If it's beating you, then I can switch to something else, because I got you in the Lambo a lot of those races. So if you want to drop a code, if it looks pretty even, then we can try these for a bit. Yeah, so what do you do? So you're on the YouTube, and then you close it, and then you jump on the game. Oh, only 2K. We got the Camaro with the 30s. Yeah, that's funny, because this car coincidentally launches just like the Nissan Z. Total coincidence. Okay, that wasn't too good. I know I've run 64 in this thing, and maybe even lower, but I don't know, maybe my cars are slow right now. That first gear is, the first gear is not right on this thing for some reason. First gear is not hitting right. I hope they didn't break this car. I hate to have to try and tweak this car, because it's really tough. And it worked that time. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of like it's kind of like a slow Nissan Z, pretty much. And I would guess that this is the model that they used for the Nissan Z. It has the same sound. And it runs the same. Yeah, I got that. Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, this car seems like it's starting to work. Oh, got you in the whole shot. See, if this thing's 60 like the Nissan, this would be a 5.5 car. I don't think it has a top end though. I think I know it's only in the 245. So it didn't launch on that one. No, I still got a decent number. Good, that was a good race. I'm going to turn that that was a good pass for mine. 639. Yeah, this car only does 245. Doesn't have the top end. I wish I could get my Datsun as good as this. I like the quick shifts though. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get tired eyes. Got 24 minutes on the leaderboard. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to wrap this up pretty soon. Looks like it's getting pretty quiet out here. What's going on, Chapman? Sorry I missed you. I was doing all these races back to back. But I think I'm going to be ending stream. Hasn't been a long time. It doesn't seem like that long. Uh-oh. That's not good. So you can't start a new account? I know some people were getting caught for something that was happening with the supercars. I'm not going to say what, but I heard some people talking about it. And after that, I was really careful because I actually I like buying backups of cars. So if I want to make like a test car, so I was getting like backups of cars, and then I was selling cars because I didn't have any space. So I was like, oh shit! I hope that somebody doesn't think I'm doing something. But I guess you can tell because I think I bought like one or maybe two extra supercars. But I mean, if anybody wants to see what I'm doing, it's not too hard right now because here I am on YouTube. So if you think I'm doing something, you know, you're welcome to come out here and see what I'm doing. Yeah, well, it looks like you got in trouble, buddy. I heard that they were cracking down on hackers because, I mean, I think before the supercar update, it seemed like there were a good amount of hackers out there. Like, there weren't really the stage hackers or the cars that looked like they were super overpowered. It seemed like it was just like cars were going way too fast. I don't know how, I don't know how they do it or anything. It's from a YouTube live when you were skinning a deer. What? I don't understand. I don't understand the connection there. I mean, I know, I probably talk a fair amount of shit about the game, but I'm, I mean, I try to be straight up, like about what I think, and ideas that I have, that kind of thing. But I'm still out here playing. And I actually broke down and got the elite because I felt like I haven't really paid for anything for the game for a long time. And plus I actually missed one of the supercars that I wanted to get, and they changed it to a month. So I wanted to do that. So I kind of just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get this for now. Are you talking about your YouTube account? What does that have to do with like YouTube? Is that connected to Google? To like Google Play games? I'm trying to think of how that works. Is that bad, skinning a deer? Seems like a natural thing to do. I don't know what their policy is on it. Yeah, I think maybe I'll try a couple more with the Lambo. And then I'll wrap it up. Get the Porsche. Look like the dealer. Still got the dealer paint on it. I don't know, it sounds like you might have to get an iPad, Chapman. Now those are really good chips. 43. Oh, come on, man. Give me a break. Let's try a different track. Yeah, there's still people out here. He's got the big spoiler on the back of the Nissan Z. I saw a nice 350Z today. IRL. My fourth gear was a little early on that one. Oh, that felt like a clean pass. That was a good pass. That was a quick one. But I know my fourth was early, and then I kind of messed up fifth and sixth too. but I didn't really get the tree, so that wouldn't have moved me up. Yeah, chat. I was doing fishing videos for a while there, but I've kind of taken a break from that. Partly because of the heat, but partly because of some other stuff I got going on. So, but I could be getting back to that. Oh, here's a nice looking Z. I like the paint scheme with the accents. Okay, let's see how I want to shift this. I missed them. I missed a lot of shifts there. Yeah, I gotta quit with this Lambo. Stash it in the garage. Gonna get a kind of a picture for my thumbnail. That looks pretty good. All right, guys, it's gonna be a wrap. Gotta rest these eyes. So thanks for the views and the likes and the subs, and appreciate it. Getting me the we got partner, like stage 1 of partner. I'm hoping I'm gonna get to stage 2, and then then we'll see, maybe we can do some better streams and do some different things. All right, guys.